All right, even though we're a little bit of a shit show today, getting started, like it's been a Monday.
Bro.
I know you've had a Monday. Here's my Monday. Um, so
Ugh.
I have to go to the bank today because there was like a fraud charge on my credit card, or not my credit card, my debit card account for my business. So I need to
No.
go get a new card. And usually they print them like right there for you because this is North Dakota and you can just do pretty much anything in North Dakota.
Right.
And so I go in to like the one like main branch and they're like, our card reader's down, like we can call the other one if you want to drive over there and whatnot. And I'm like,
Of
okay,
course.
no big deal. They're like, well, they can have it printed by the time you get there. And so I go over there and they're like, our card printer's not working for some reason. I'm sorry, we can't do that for you. So I'm
Oh my
like,
God.
okay, let me drive to the third branch in town today. So I drive there and the lady was super helpful. I was like, I've been to two other branches so far. They couldn't do it. I was like, please tell me you can do it here. She's like, yeah, our card reader's been working or card maker or whatever. She puts in my stuff and then she's like, for some reason it's not working. And so like apparently the whole server was down. Like otherwise I just broke it. I don't know, maybe it was just me. It just
I can't.
didn't
Ugh.
get it. So yeah. And then I had to go to Verizon because we switched phone plans from Verizon to T-Mobile because T-Mobile was like half the price. So I could, but I have to get into my account in order to like pay the last bill. And I can't do that unless I have my account number. I don't have my account number, but I can't, but I need that to log into the account. So I go to like one Verizon store. They couldn't find my account number. They couldn't give it to me. So I have to go to another
What?
Verizon store.
Oh my
Thankfully,
God.
it was like 5 minutes. He gave it to me, like got it all handled. Because apparently there's like corporate stores and then like non-corporate stores. I don't know how that works, but
Jesus.
I just thought Verizon was Verizon, but that's just how it goes. So that was my Monday. Thankfully, I didn't have to train today because I'm on deload now. So thank God for that. Otherwise, I would have just been stressed to the max. So yeah, it's been a Monday.
See, you're much better than me. When shit starts to get that wild, I'm like, Dan, you have to do this. I cannot. I hate, I don't know what it is. I hate tedious shit like that, like calling the cell phone provider, calling the cable provider, or
Mhm.
I can't fucking do it. I'm like, I won't have cable. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but like having to go to like the bank, the whatever. This sounds so dumb. Like I do it all the time. I just hate it. I don't know what it is. Like those stupid little errands. I'm like, because that's what happens every time. Like there's always
Yeah,
something fucked up about it. And you're like, we're sending people to Mars soon. Why can we not make this work?
thank you. Exactly. And it's like I called Verizon this morning because I was told before that like the customer service, you have to call them. And so I did. And then they were like, no, you have to go in store. And then for some reason, some things you can't do in store, you have to call for it. And I'm just like, why does this process have to be so complicated? Like, what is the big deal?
Yeah.
Why? So yeah, I'm just over technology. And someday me and Tyler are just gonna live in the mountains and just have like zero of anything technology really, and I'm gonna be okay with it. I don't really want to talk to people.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
No.
Okay, I'm disconnecting you from my car. I don't know what's gonna happen. Hold on.
Okay, we'll see. See if you hang in there.
Ah,
You're still there.
I hear you.
Woo! Okay, so we didn't lose you.
Okay, I'm just walking in my place. It's gonna be bright as shit for a second.
And Carolyn's coming. She's just finishing up at the gym. So yeah. But
Carolyn is what?
Carolyn's coming.
Okay, cool.
She's on her way.
Sweet.
But yeah, so we have some updates for you guys. Like, okay, did I ever talk about my people from USA's? Do you remember?
Um, I can't remember.
I don't know if I did.
I don't know that you did either.
Okay, well, in case I didn't, if I did, sorry guys, but if I didn't, here it is. So USA's, we had two athletes compete. So that was like what, 2 weeks ago now? Um,
Yeah,
and
it must be.
our one girl, Morgan, she got her pro card. She won her class. So that was really fucking dope. Super, super pumped about it. Really excited for her. And it just makes it a little more bittersweet because like that's where I got my pro card too. So like first pro athlete, like super exciting. Sweeney, he competed in classic. He had the biggest class there. It was 27 dudes in his class, just
Oh
in
my
one
God.
class. Yeah. And he
Huge.
got third call outs. So totally okay with it. Like I think he deserved that. We got some work to do there. But just like classic is such a crazy class to begin with. Like it's just so competitive. Like it's insane.
It really is. It's wild.
Like Morgan's class had 3 girls, and not to say that like it wasn't competitive because the 3 girls that were in her class, including her, were all very good. Like good conditioning, everything. Like they were all pretty close. So it wasn't like a clear as day, like yeah, she's the winner kind of thing. But yeah, it was good. It was a good show overall. Like USA's, if you've never done it, highly recommend it. It is more expensive to do it, but it's ran really well and the stage setup is freaking awesome.
That's awesome. I'm so glad that you guys had such a great experience and your athlete, aside from Morgan's tan, your athlete.
Yeah.
Come here. Come on.
Yeah. So I didn't tell everyone else this, but like we had an issue with Morgan's tan. It like she got her first coat and it just was like peeling off. Like not the typical like you like touch it and it just kind of like wipes. Like it legit, like she put a towel on and it just like came right off. And it was looking really muddy, really disgusting. She went down and like got resprayed. And then they were like, oh yeah, that's not supposed to happen. And so I don't know if it just didn't dry right or what. So she ended up just rinsing it off, which that scared the shit out of us because we were like, whoa, like don't do that. But all in all, it was the right call. And then the next morning, she just went down and they just sprayed her once with the base coat and then put the top coat right on, and like everything was great. After that, tan looked just
Okay.
fine. So I don't know what happened to it. I don't know why it did that. I've
Yeah,
never
that's
seen
so
that before,
weird.
but
That's so
yeah,
weird, but whatever. I mean, hey, you got it fixed. That's all that matters.
yeah. So I mean, it all worked out in the end. But yeah, everything ran really smoothly. Everyone had fun. So now I'm all wrapped up for shows this year now. So we have some people that want to compete next spring, next summer. So we're just getting those people ready. They're still off season, obviously. So still have lots of time for that, but I'm glad to be done because July was very, very stressful and very busy.
Yeah. It what? Enzo, get out of there. He's going to inspect the bathroom.
Oh, all the construction in the bathroom.
It looks like it's done, thank God. Um, there was nobody here when I got here, so that's nice. But
That's
yeah,
okay.
dude, huge congratulations to Morgan and great job to your classic physique guy too. It's classic physique is so damn competitive. I mean, there's so many guys in those classes and they all show the fuck up. I had a really good friend of mine who went and he got 10th there. It was his first national show and he has insane shape. He just needs more size.
Mhm.
So for he wanted to get top 10 and he did. So super, super stoked for him. But yeah, dude, congratulations. That's incredible.
Thank you. It was really exciting. Like we were very happy about it. Like it's hard to get pros, but we're getting up there. So that's exciting.
It is freaking
Um,
hard, but it should be.
yeah, I mean exactly that. Like it should be hard to become a pro and like because that's what it takes. Like, you know, and even like we got lucky, like, there is some luck into it too, where like Morgan got in her first national show. Like, and I told her going into it, I'm like, don't expect to get this your first national show because like it doesn't always happen that way. Like you've done 3 now, right?
Yes.
3. Like it took me like I think I did on my 5th national show I finally got it like over a span of like a couple years. So yeah, it takes time. Like it's definitely not easy. So, people that say like, "Oh, the pro card has lost its like whatever," like it really hasn't. There's just more and more competitors nowadays, I feel like.
I still can't believe how tiny figure classes are.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Like this year for figure, for all of the national shows, it's just been just not as many, which is really sad to see. you know?
Yeah, I was like, God damn, like under 5 in a class. Like there were even classes where there were only 2 competitors or one, you know what I mean? It's like,
Hmm.
what the fuck?
Hmm. Yeah. And then you see like bikini classes that are 28 girls deep in just one class, you know, and like it's nuts how like how many different, how the variety can change and stuff. So,
Oh yeah, bikini's never been more competitive. It's freaking wild.
yeah. Hmm. Bikini is always
Wild.
competitive. So,
It's probably the hardest division to prep someone for because the criteria is so like at least the other like for men, it's like get shredded and get huge. You know what I mean?
yep.
As much as possible.
Yep.
Bikini is like such a tough look to nail because it's not too much here, but more than you think, and more muscle here, but and then the criteria will vary depending on the person, like depending on
Yep.
what looks best on their physique, and they like some competitors leaner and some of them softer. It
Mhm.
just, yeah, it's the hardest just with how much variability there can be with
Yep.
structures, and it's not as clear.
Yep.
So because you might have like 2 girls, one of them that has insane shape and structure, but conditioning is not great. Maybe the other girl's conditioning is great. She's got more muscle, but her structure and shape isn't as good. And then you're like, which one are they? You know what I mean? Obviously, the winner is that has everything, but when you don't have someone that clearly has everything,
Mhm.
it's like, what do you do?
Yeah, and that's where, especially at like the regional level, I mean, even national level sometimes, where it can get skewed of like what the judges are looking for per se, because it's always going to be the closest to the ideal, which is the current Miss Olympia in that division. So it's like, at regional shows, especially like the more shredded girl might win because she's just the closest to it. Whereas like the ones who weren't as shredded just didn't have the shape and stuff, and they were just kind of meh, and a lot of stuff at the regional level too. There's the development isn't there and the density isn't there. So you kind of have to just go with like the more lean person because you can see more muscle that way. So
Mhm.
it varies so much. But yeah, but tell us about your girls because you just had to compete this weekend too. So that was
Yes, I
exciting.
did. Oh my gosh, they were so great. I'm so proud of both of them. They looked so beautiful. So, both bikini, of course. One girl, Anna, it was her first show that she's ever done. She started coaching with me last August, and she was wanting to kind of work her way towards wellness at first. And she was getting like she was new to the competition world, and then we were growing from like August to about December, early January, and she was like, okay, I realize I'm bikini, like wellness is like, I didn't realize how big it was, and I was like, yeah dude, it's freaking huge.
Yeah.
And so she was like, I know this is, not, this is like pivoting a bit, but I want to do a bikini show. And like that guy that I just told you, who's a good friend of mine that just got 10th at USA's, it's his girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, and she was like, he was going into prep soon for his shows, and
Mhm.
he was like, I feel like it'd be a great time. We can prep together, and I was like, yeah, dude, let's lean you out. Let's see where you're at. So that's what we did. Um, so it was her very first prep. It was about 22, 24 weeks. I forget exactly. Because we had been pushing her really hard to grow as much as humanly possible. So I think I mentioned before, if I know a prep's coming, I like to do a pre-prep kind of diet if we need it, to
Yeah.
kind of pull
Yep.
some of that extra weight off. So that way the prep can be like more like 16 to 20 weeks.
Hmm.
And I told her, and she knew that. She's like, I know that this is like kind of last minute, but she's like, I just want to like do it. I want to hammer it out. I was like, okay. I was like, it's gonna be a longer prep because she lost about 40 pounds.
Damn.
And she was by no means like heavy before at all. She was like a fit girl who was just in the midst of like pushing food really hard, and it was intentional. It was
Yep.
not like she was not like off her plan or anything like that. Like that was like intentional weight gain. Which now that she wants to go to bikini, we're gonna taper that back quite a bit.
Right. Now you don't have to push so hard and go up so high because that was the same case for one of our girls too.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not that I was like wanting her to have
that much body fat. It wasn't that. It was just her body was soaking up the food, and she was growing a crap load at the same time. Because like even the pictures next to each other, like her muscle density at the weight she was on stage looked like the same amount of muscle density she had when we started, when she was 20 pounds heavier. So she looked like she gained a lot of size in the short time that we're going for 4 months. So I'm glad we pushed it, honestly, because it made a huge difference. So anyway, she just did absolutely incredible. She was literally 100% perfect her whole prep. She is incredibly coachable. And she just executed like a fucking champ. Like literally not one complaint, and her body responded really well. It was like I couldn't have planned it out better, if that makes sense. So it was like a 24-week prep, lost 40 pounds. So like a very good rate of loss. Kept refeeds in the entire time. She's not on any anabolics.
Damn.
Yeah. And we were able to feed her into the show for all of peak week and pull cardio. Cardio never got above like an hour. So it was just like steady, slow and steady. And I told her, because we're not using anabolics, we got to be really careful. We can't just like crash diet you hard. Cause I told her, like, we've probably got around 35, 40 pounds to lose to get you like in condition. And so we have to be very careful because we want to protect all this muscle as much as possible. So we're not going to I'm not having you lose those 40 pounds in 16 weeks. Like there's no fucking way.
Right. No, that is ridiculous.
Yeah. And she didn't lose even she's like, I don't feel like I lost an ounce. I was like, I don't either. Like, this is exactly what I pictured you looking like. And her body just like, I think genetically, her body handled that really well as far as retaining the muscle. Her routine was beautiful. She did great. So as far as placings go, she got second in her true novice class. She was the only one in her novice class, which was weird. And then she won her open class. Yeah. She did absolutely amazing. And then we got feedback at the end with her. And the head judge, who was an Olympia head judge, actually, said, he was like, you had the best conditioning of the whole bikini portion of the show. He's like, you were the only one, basically like you had the right conditioning. He's like, don't change a thing with that. He's like, we just want to see more glute from you. Which I mean, like in bikini, when do they not say that?
That is always more glutes, more glutes, more glutes.
Yes, 100%.
Always.
Right. So I was like, dude, to have your very first show and like your feedback is just grow more glute, because her shoulders, her upper body kind of dominates her physique.
Okay.
She did CrossFit for a while, I think at some point a few years ago. And this other judge joked, he's like, your glutes have to catch up to your delts. Because her delts are yoked, dude. She's like,
oh yeah, with that CrossFit stuff. Oh yeah,
that girl is so strong, so strong. She's an animal. So yeah, and I told her, I was like, dude, we had grew for a whole 16 weeks before we even started prep. Like, just wait till you have like a year and a half of like intentional growth. Oh my God, I'm so excited. So she of course like wanted to win that true novice class. The girl that beat her just had, that bubbly bikini butt and shape and stuff. So, but I was, oh my God, so proud of her. She did such a great job. And she conducted herself on stage like she wasn't shaky or anything. She like went out and just nailed it.
Awesome.
And she got to do like, the overall comparisons because she won her open class. So proud of her. And then Destiny, this is her second show and she won all of her classes last show. So we just did open and she was the only one in her open class.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I was so annoyed. I was like, dang it. Cause like, you can't control that, obviously.
No, it always sucks though.
I know. And she's open A cause she's a little shorty.
Oh, I was gonna ask if it was A. That makes sense.
Yeah, I know that one. If one's gonna have just one in it, it's gonna be that one.
Yep.
So she of course won because she was the only one in there, and she was so bummed because it's like you work so hard and then to not be able to compete against anybody, it's like. Yep. But so of course she was in the overall, and she was moved right to the middle with another girl, and they were comparing them for a while. Like they did like 2 walks to the back, flipped them back and forth quite a bit. And so I was so proud of how she conducted herself. And I told her going into this show, I said, we need to be leaner from the back for sure. I was like, that's going to be our feedback. So I was like, conditioning needs to be a little bit sharper. So she knew that going in. Her shape and her structure is insane. And she's got like that bubbly round muscle look. We just need to be leaner.
Oh.
She injured herself in her prep, playing pickleball, I think it was, or tennis or something. So we couldn't do cardio or train for about 5 weeks. And her package was still like, she was by no means like, oh my gosh, so soft. Like she just needed a little bit more tie-in.
Mhm.
And so she's like, okay, good to know. And I was like, we're gonna do a few more shows after this. So the fact that she was even like in the running to win the whole show when she was like by no means at 100%, I was like, dude, that's pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. And so the other girl won the overall. The other girl looked great. Like, you know, I think they judged that super fairly. It could have gone either way.
Mhm.
And then her feedback was a little, he's like, we need to be tighter in the back. I was like, yep, totally. And then when they did a walk to the back, she just had a little wobble because when she gets a little nervous, because she just, oh my gosh, she works so hard, dude. Like she cares so much and she just wants to nail it. And so when she gets nervous, she gets a little wobbly when she's posing.
Oh, yeah.
And they turned him around and then said, walk to the back wall. And she stepped back and like wobbled. And then like all of her glutes like jiggled and the backs of her legs jiggled. And I
Oh,
was like,
no.
I know. And then another judge was like, make sure that you're posing like you're not, you're not wobbly. And she's like, I know. And she even said, she's like, I was so nervous. And the head judge goes, you didn't look nervous, but that walk to the back is what hurt a little bit. And then so yeah, that was kind of like the main thing, was just a little bit tighter. So, which we knew, obviously. So I super proud of her. Her posing is stunning. Like she has such good natural flow. They both were just so polished. I was so proud of them. And so Destiny is gonna do, I think we're gonna do, I haven't picked out an exact show quite yet because I want to see like how her body starts responding. But I want to do like another 2 shows with her just because I want to get her some more stage time because she does get a little nervous. And I think just getting reps up there while
Oh, yeah.
she's clean and ready to go. I'm like, let's just do a couple more shows, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I think that's just going to help her feel a little bit more comfortable and just not get too anxious. So there's a show here in October 18th, October, the week before you guys come out.
Okay.
Or no, the week after. Yeah, the week after you guys come out. I'm gonna have her do that one, and then I wanted to do another show earlier, so we'll probably travel for that. Either late September, early October, like a few weeks before. Because I think that'll give me enough time. I think we need about 5 or 6 weeks to get her in the condition that I want.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, give you a little bit more time to get her in condition, kind of then just like sit there. Because once I found, like, especially with all of my people this last prep, we were ready early with like almost everybody. And it helped so much because then we could just bring cardio down, like relieve stress that way. And then they just kept getting better after that. So same deal. Yeah. It makes it so much better when you can do that and just have them ready early.
Yeah, 100%.
So no, that's awesome. Like really good season for you. Your competition wise and your athletes. So that's always exciting. Um, I love competition season. Like it is so much fun. It's so draining, but it is so much fun. Like that's why I love it so much. Like just everyone's improving and just especially when you get these like young girls like that do their first few shows and just can stick with you through multiple seasons and stuff is really rewarding to see their effort, come to light and everything. So it's so much fun. I love it.
Yeah, I agree. I was like, I feel hungover. Like,
Yep.
literally, I feel hungover, but like in a good way. I want them to do well so bad. You know what I mean? Because like we know how we feel when you place the way you want or when you don't place the way you want. So I get so fucking stressed, but not in a bad way, just in like
Yes.
yeah, I don't know. I just am
Like a proud mom, like wanting their kid to like do the best that they can and like win everything. Like that's how I feel about it. Like I got more anxious for all of my clients this year than I did for myself ever. Like I was like in the back room, like pacing, like waiting for results to come out and stuff. Cause like at our first show, one thing was like pretty close, and we were like, I think he's got the overall, and then like he did, and then like Morgan turning pro, we were like, oh my God, she ended up in the center. Like, is she really gonna actually do it? Like, cause they can change their mind too. You don't ever know. And like
Right.
it's like just the anticipation is just like so exciting, and like it's different from when you do it for yourself too. Like it's a different kind of excited feeling. Like both very rewarding, but like I just, yeah, it's so much fun.
Agreed. Oh my God. Oh, I love it. So I get more excited for other girls to compete than myself. And it's so
Mhm.
different, and I do all their hair and makeup and everything beforehand. So it's like the day, honestly, the whole day was so peaceful and stress free. Like Destiny lived right by the show venue. So like Anna came over, like Destiny let us like host and do makeup at her place.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh yeah. So, I started their hair and makeup at like 6 a.m. And we were just like chatting and having fun. And like I did Destiny's first and Anna got there and we're just like all hanging out, shooting the shit. And then we just, went over, got their next coat of tan. We were like, had plenty of time. They were able to get a spot backstage and just lay their stuff out, able to practice posing. They were both peaked perfectly. And it was just like the day went exactly how you would want it to go. Like there's no stress, there was no rushing, there was no like panic or anything like that. And they both looked beautiful, their hair and makeup, and both of their tans looked great. Like their skin took the tan really well. So it was just like for Anna, especially because it's her very first show, it's really important to me that they have a really great experience. And
Mhm.
I'm responsible for that experience. You know what I mean? With,
Same.
yeah, just making sure that I'm calm. Even though like I have no reason not to be calm, but I'm just like, I'm excited too. And I want them to do well so bad. Like, I just want them to do well. Even though like we did everything we could do, you just never know who's going to show up, and you just, want to see them nail it and win. Every coach wants that. And so it was just like, I have to make sure that their mind is in a good spot. So I'm asking like, how are you guys feeling? Like, we're just talking through like that backstage mentality.
Mhm.
And one of the girls asked me like, what if I get second? I'm like, then you get second.
Yep.
There's really like, it's totally okay. You can, we congratulate the other girl.
Mhm.
You're definitely allowed to be pissed about it internally. But if you get second, you get second. Like, you have to be able to lose as much as you're able to win in the sport. Because even if you win like everything your first show to, there will come a time if you keep competing. If you compete enough, more than once, you're going to lose at some point, and that's part of it. Like it's just you get better, not bitter. Like you get the feedback. And sometimes you do everything right, and sometimes someone better just shows up.
Mhm.
That's
Yep.
just part of competing, and it's okay. And then
Yep.
sometimes maybe we don't do some things right. Maybe I could have picked you better. Maybe we needed more time or whatever the case is. And we learn and we take the feedback for the next one. And um, that's really what it is. Like it's a hobby. We do it all because we love it. I mean, for you and I, it's like partly a job, not partly a job for me, a job for you.
Yeah, it's a job. It's
Yeah,
just
it's a job. But also like we get to do it. Like we
Mhm.
get to have our hobbies be like a career.
Yep.
How fucking cool is that? You know
It's
what I
like
mean?
cool as fuck. Like I get to, like I do this full time, like coaching and everything. And sometimes I get really stressed out about it. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I'm never gonna make it. Oh my God, I suck. Like all these like self-limiting beliefs and like imposter syndrome shows up. But at the same time, I turn it around and I'm like, I get to do my dream job and work for the hours that I want to work. And I get to help people. And that's pretty fucking awesome. And I get to teach people and stuff. And clients, I have previous clients and current clients who have become coaches themselves because they see like what I've done for them. And they're like, oh, like you just really inspired me to do this. And like, I really love it so much. And I'm just like, thank you. Like it's really, really cool. I've had previous clients like shoot me like they're like that don't work with me anymore. Send me a picture of their like trainer certification. Like I got certified because I want to train people now too. And I'm like, that's awesome and stuff. And with the losing gracefully is like you're gonna lose at some point, just like Amanda said, but at the same time, like, I think about it as like the next day, whether you win or you lose, you're gonna do the same thing that you were gonna do. Like, you're going back to work no matter what. So like, my mentality and what I tell my clients all the time too is that, like, if you want to show up to win, leave nothing in the tank, do everything in your power during prep to make sure that if someone beats you, they better fucking earn it. That is my mentality with it and stuff. And so it's like, think about it that way, because it's not up to you. This is the subjective sport of it. And also with, like, being pissed at the other person for winning, like, not their fault. The judges picked them. Like, there's no need to be like rude or anything, or like sour towards them. They had the better physique, so go congratulate them and make a new friend. Like, there was a girl that beat me 2021. She beat me at the regional show and at the Junior USA's both times, and like, we're good. Like, we took pictures together. It was great. We like talk still, every now and then and whatnot, but like, follow each other. Like, it's not her fault. Like, she just had the better physique. Like, and it makes me want to work harder for that. So, it's all just like friendly competition. Like, as long as people look at it that way, like, you're gonna have fun. You're gonna make progress no matter what, because everyone is there to win.
Yep. 100%. 100%. Yeah. I think a lot of people, like, the hard thing is they expect, like, because they worked really hard and suffered, it means they should win. And it's like, not everybody, but most people also worked really hard and suffered that show up that day. And everybody is going to feel that way.
Mhm.
Like, you're not, you know what I mean? But it's like, people just feel like, well, I was the most conditioned, or I was this. And it's like, it's just not how it works. Like, it's an overall package. And it does not mean that you didn't bring your best, but people don't want to admit sometimes that sometimes their best wasn't the best that day.
Mhm. Yeah. And that's very true. Like, and there can be times too where, like, we've even been in situations too where we're like, like, I don't know if I agree with the outcome that the judges suggested, but at the same time, it's like, we're not the judges. Like, it doesn't matter. So that's just what the judges picked, and you got to just respect that and stuff. And it's okay to feel like you got, like, quote unquote robbed, I guess, but like, at the same time, show up to the next show and prove that you deserve it. If it's
Yeah.
really think that way, do it. Like, I can't tell you how many times I had people message me 2021 after my first 3 shows where I got second, second, second. I mean, like, you got robbed, you should have won, blah, 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 all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't know what you want. I'm like, thanks, but like, you're not the judge. You weren't there. Like, that's taking away from the other girls that did beat me. Like, that's not okay. Like, it doesn't make me feel good, like, getting those messages either. So like, yeah, people get really, really up into this stuff. And it's like, unless you're the judging panel, I really don't care what your opinion is.
Yeah. If you're the kind of person that is blaming or claiming politics for why you or someone didn't win, then you don't know the sport and you're just uneducated. And I'm not saying that to be rude. I'm genuinely saying, if you were in depth in our sport and you actually paid attention to the division's criteria, you listen to the judges when they go online and like to explain why they placed the way they placed, when they actually are able to do that, you wouldn't be saying that. And for people to say like, oh, it's claiming politics, not claiming that sometimes I'm sure the judges make mistakes. Even they admit that they're humans. Of course it's going to happen. But the people that do that, it's just such a bitch mentality. Like, I'm sorry, it is. If you're so soft that you can't just accept accountability that you got beat, you're too soft for this sport. Like, that's such a shit mentality. Like, even if you disagree with it, it doesn't matter. Like, then don't compete. If you don't like it, or go do a different show in a different state, or whatever the case is. Like, I feel like almost all of my placings have been, I say almost, like, I'm trying to remember, like, have all been incredibly fair. Even if I didn't like it, like, of course you want to win every time, but sometimes you don't deserve to win every time. And it's okay to just be like, I got my ass beat.
Yep. I've been there.
Yeah.
Thoughts,
Like,
man.
that's part of competing, is like being a gracious sportsman And if you can't step back, and it doesn't mean you're not like disappointed, you're not bummed, you're not frustrated.
Right.
Of course, you're going to feel all those things. But it ends up, stop. Sorry, I like can't even think because he's over there spinning.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Floor.
I forgot what I was saying, but yeah, if you can't even look at yourself objectively enough to be like, okay, that competitor, you know, that won had this, that, and the other, or go to the judges and actually get the feedback. Because some people are like, no, fuck that, I'm not going. Dude, get the fuck get the fuck off the stage. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, we don't need people. Like, I hear it backstage. Sometimes people are bitching and moaning and throwing a fit. Take your fucking toddler ass attitude and get the fuck out. If you need to throw a fit, go do it in your hotel room, go do it somewhere else. But we're all adults back here, and some days you win and some days you lose.
Yep.
And that's just the name of the game. You signed up for it. It's a subjective sport.
Mhm.
Two
Yep. And
tough titties.
It's one thing to like discuss at the end of the show and be like, well, you know, like I saw like this could have gone this way or whatever and stuff. And a discussion is totally different than like completely complaining, whining, being upset about the results because of like something arbitrary. Like, oh, it's because so and so is their coach. Like, no one fucking knows who is coaching who on the judging panel. Like, judges don't know that. Like, there's a rule now that like if you're a coach, you cannot judge. Like, that's a rule. Like, they make it so that it is fair. Like,
Mhm.
it's so stupid and like so like yeah, you can discuss and no one ever expects you to like if it's really close, you know, and you walk away and you got second, like one spot away from your pro card to be all like, well, it just wasn't good enough today. Like, no, you can be upset. Like I was upset. I've cried because I was just like, God damn it. Like it was right there, you know, and it's like you're just upset. Like it's not upset at anybody. You're just like bummed out. Like, you know, I know you've been there too, you know, and it's just we work so hard and like your emotions can get really heightened during this stuff, but you have to remember the whole reason, like why you started and like that this is for fun and this is like a hobby slash job for some people. So it's like you can't get all like out of line about it. You know, it's just you just have to take it gracefully, take the feedback, and move on to the next one.
Yep, 100%. And the thing is like, yeah, like I've definitely been upset. And like you said, it's not at anyone. I was like, when I got really upset after USA's 2 years ago, it
Mhm.
was just disappointment that I did not improve as much as I had hoped I had.
Yep.
And it was more so just like after such a hell of a prep for it to not um equate to the results I was hoping for. It was just like, man, all of that to only any, but then it was like, there was no part of me that was like, that was judged. I knew it was judged fairly. I like the first thing I said was like, I placed exactly where I should have. And I'm just disappointed my physique wasn't better than it was. You know what
Yep.
I mean? Like as you diet down, you start to see like, fuck, it's not where I'm hoping it was. And once the body fat starts to come off, you're always hoping you have more muscle than you do. And sometimes you don't. And I was just like, it was just like a culmination of like, what a hell of a prep that was, how hard it was. And I'm just bummed it didn't go the way I was hoping. I feel like it didn't reflect the work I put into my off season. That's what I was so bummed about is it was like, I felt like I'd worked so hard and my outcome in my mind, and by outcome, I don't mean my placing, I mean my package that I brought. I don't feel reflected the effort I put in,
Mhm.
but it was more so just how I was like, I just needed to get back to work. I needed to try something else because what I was doing wasn't working. And I needed to get some like injuries taken care of. And there was just like tons I needed to get back to work and do. And it was just the reality. And you can either embitter yourself, have resentment against the sport and the judges. Like, what does that get you though? Like, if you love bodybuilding and every time you compete, you bitch and moan about the judges, like, you're only going to be filled with resentment and anger. You're not going to take any kind of it leaves you, that view leaves you completely powerless. Because with that view, there's nothing for you to do. You have no accountability, meaning you
Yep.
have no power. And everyone else is just wrong and I'm amazing. It's like, how does that equate to a mindset that's going to cultivate very powerful action? Meaning like, I'm going to go figure out, like, does my training need to change? Does my frequency need to change? How was I handling my nutrition? Was I 100% or was I fucking around half the time? Like,
Mhm.
look at what you're doing. And if you're not doing that, then you're shooting yourself in the foot before you even get started. Like, it's just such a shitty view to have. Like,
Yep.
in anything in life, to just blame other people and bitch and moan and then just be like, well, and not look at your part in it. It's just like, you're not going to grow and you're not going to improve and you're going to stay where you are. And I guarantee people like that are stuck in their job in a lot of other
Oh,
places.
100%. Mhm.
Yeah, like it's just shit. And
Yep.
even if I competed and even if the judges came back a week later, like, we made the wrong call, you should have won that, I'd be like, hey, it's all good. Like, I'll compete again. You guys are human.
Yeah. And
You
that's
know,
it.
like,
Judges are human too. Like they make mistakes sometimes. And like, again, subjective sport. Like one panel of judges could pick something different than another panel of judges at the same show. Like it could be totally different. So it's, yeah, it all depends. And you got to just keep trying. And like, I'm pretty sure going into every single prep that I've done, I've always done something different. Like, and that goes to show like the learning, the educating, the like, okay, well, let's try this time. Is this going to be like my quote unquote magic formula? You know, and even then, like as you progress in like your training age, your training should change, like as in how you train, your frequency, your body parts, like because one, we're aging, we're getting fucking older. So like things don't work the same anymore. Two,
yeah,
like you get more muscle mass. So once you get more muscle mass, you don't need to train as frequently as you did before. Like, and because your body just can't recover because you get stronger. When you get stronger, that's more stress on your nervous system. So like you just have to rest longer too. So like when I was younger, like when I started this at like 20, you know, I was 20 years old when I started, but when I was like 22, 23, I was training like 6 days a week, no problem. Like go in and like train for 2, 3 hours, like no big deal. And then now if I did that, I'd be like, fuck that. Like I don't even want to go train that often. No, thank you.
yeah,
Nope. So yeah, you have to be willing to learn, take feedback, lose gracefully, and you
mhm.
will love this sport. Like that's just how it is. It just makes the winning that much sweeter. And also it's like if you win every single time, like what fun is that? You know? If you're just always winning. It's like, okay, well, what improvements can you actually make then? You know?
Yeah. I think it kind of, because eventually, if you stick around long enough, like if you compete, he even actually call it loss or loses sometimes.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's like if you stick around long enough, it's going to happen, and it's okay.
Hmm.
Doesn't mean you're a failure. Like, sometimes something went wrong and you showed up, like mistakes were made either at the peak, you got super anxious and stressed and you held water. Like, there's so many fucking things that can go wrong with the human
Hmm.
body. Because you're talking about like a few minutes that you're on stage. So many things can go wrong. So we're trying
Hmm.
to get lightning in a bottle here. Like, we're
Yep.
really trying to catch lightning in a bottle. And the human body is just, it's not stagnant like that. Like,
Nope.
it's going to happen sometimes. I
Our
forget.
bodies are amazing. They adapt so well to things, and like that's what our bodies were made for. So it's like if you just know what to do every single time and it's all the same and it's all perfect to a T, like again, what fun is that? Like the fun part is like being the experiment. Like you get to be your own experiment and like that is so cool. Like
Yep.
I'm a nerd. Like that stuff to me is like so awesome. So like, and even with like your coach, like, you know, when you prep with a coach and do one show, like don't expect them to have it like absolutely perfect the first time. The second time even. Like I know with one of our girls, what we did for the first show was totally wrong. Like it just did not turn out well. Second show, we changed things up way better, 10 times better than the first show. And it was like, okay, well, you are somebody that can't handle like as much sodium and water. So, like, easy peasy. Like, so you just have to try things and like also be willing to grow with your coach. Like, your coach will start to understand you better, you know, over time. You know, like I've been with my coach Luke for like a year and a half and like we haven't even prepped yet. So it's like, he's still learning my body and it's been a year and a half. So it's like you have to just give it time. Don't be in a rush. That is the only other thing that like I have to say on that. It's just like don't rush things because that's how you get yourself in trouble.
Yep. 1,000,000%.
So
Couldn't agree more. Is Carolyn hopping on?
I don't know. I don't think she's gonna make it.
No, that's okay.
It's okay. I know she was training at the gym and I guess it was super, super busy. So she just might take in longer than expected, which is totally okay.
Oh, yeah, no worries at all.
Yeah, this was kind of a rescheduled from last week because Amanda had her bathroom issue. And then, yes, we were just like, we'll just do next week. And then it just ended up being this week. So yeah.
When Kayla says bathroom issue, not that I had like diarrhea or
Oh,
something.
yeah,
I
no,
mean, like
sorry.
a pipe, there was an issue in like a pipe was leaking under the foundation. Not even in my bathroom. It was the neighbors, but they had to get access to it from my bathroom. So it wasn't even like under my bed. Yeah, I was like, because all like the units like connect to each other, like the piping and the plumbing and stuff, and the access point was only under mine. So I was like, sweet. So they were literally jackhammering for 2 or 3 days straight. And yeah, it was a little bit of a nightmare. But it's all like supposedly fixed, and my bathroom got finished and put back together today. So I'm very grateful for that.
Yay.
Hooray!
Thank goodness.
We should
Yeah.
do a live, not a live, a podcast here when you guys are here.
Yes. Like a full like recording.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
So for everybody, Kayla, Tyler, and Carolyn are flying out here the weekend of the Olympia. And we're basically doing an Olympia watch weekend because none of us are going to the Olympia this year in person. Which we're all super bummed about, but honestly, like with how much I competed and Dan and I took a few extra trips, we just decided we're like we could have gone, but we just decided like let's just put that money away because you guys, the Olympia is so fucking expensive. By the time you do like hotels, plane flights, tickets to all
Tickets
the
for
events,
finals.
yeah,
Ridiculous this year.
insane.
Yeah.
It's like literally over $5,000 for 2 people.
Yep.
So it's like I was like, you know what? I was like, as much as it pains me, let's just sit this one out, keep that money in our savings, and just maybe just do like have like stream it. And that's when I got the idea. I'm like, ooh, let's invite Kayla and Carolyn. If maybe they can make it, we can all like, I have a full guest bed and bath. So I was like, let's have them stay here. We'll barbecue. We'll go to dinner. We'll go train at arm press together. We'll have a blast of a weekend. And then we'll just stream the Olympia prejudging and finals here and just like see it from like the comfort of the living room and then just have like a fun trip together, even though we're not going to Vegas.
Yeah, because we've talked about doing like a trip, like all three of us out to Denver anyways, because like we all love Denver. So we're like, let's just get it.
Yeah.
Because nobody would come to North Dakota. Like, what is there in North Dakota? Nothing. We have an awesome gym, but that's about it. But but no, we all love the mountains and stuff. So we're like, let's just go there. I love going to Colorado. I love seeing Dan and Amanda and then Carolyn too. And this will be like the third time this year we've all gotten together, which is also awesome because I think before the Arnold this year, the last time we all three had been in the same place together was like 2023 Olympia is what we had determined.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because it was in Vegas because we did the Orlando one together and then we did Vegas and that was 2023. And then I haven't been to Olympia since then because it's expenses. But yeah, so I'm pumped for that and it's going to be a really good time. And it's going to be none of us in prep for once. So that also helps. I start prep in November sometime. But yeah, I'll have a lot of travel next year. So we also are in the same boat and we had a dog's surgery that we had to pay for too, unexpectedly. So that's fun. Because little Mr. Howitzer decided to break his leg in blankets of all things.
Poor little BB.
He's starting to walk on it though, so that's good.
Well, that's good. Yeah, good. I'm glad. Thank God.
Yeah, he should recover well. We just have to do some like PT stuff with him and whatnot, but yeah, he's doing good. So tangent.
I'm
Yeah,
glad.
so I'll compete next year. So I'll be traveling for that,
Whoop whoop.
which I'm excited for. I really think like looking at my pictures right now compared to where I was like 12 weeks out last year is like the same. So like that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
I'm like the
That's
same
really,
weight that I was 12 weeks out from 2023.
that's crazy. Wait, say that last part again?
So in 2023, when I prepped for my pro debut, at 12 weeks out, I was the same weight that I am now.
That's insane.
And I'm maintaining like 120, I'll say like 126 to 128 because my weight was down today, but just from food issues lately. But yeah, freaking crazy. So I'm pumped to see how that's gonna end up.
That's so awesome, dude. That's amazing. That's
So
exciting because that's like, you just know that it's going to be so much better this time around.
I just and I've kind of thought about too, like giving myself, well, I want to have a different mentality than I did my first time through, like as like a pro. Like my first pro debut, I was like, I got something to prove, like I gotta like do this or that, like whatever. But now I'm just like, you know what? Like I'm doing this because it's fun and like I just really love it and I love the challenge and I get to do this every day. So I'm just gonna have fun with it and have no expectations except for that I'm just going to work my ass off and just do everything that Luke says. Like that's it. And I'm just going to have fun with it. And
Amazing.
whatever the outcome is going to be because I know the outcome is going to be better than my pro debut for sure. So
Oh my God. Yeah, dude, it's going to be like night and day.
yeah. So I'm just going to kind of like just leave it up to what it is.
I'm so excited for you, dude. That's going to be incredible.
Thank you. I can't wait. I'm not saying like show dates on here because like I know everyone always asks, what show are you gonna do? Like, I don't know
Yeah,
yet. I have
there's no way to know that yet. I mean, you
I
probably
have
have
one, I have one in mind, of course, but
right,
at the
of
same
course.
time, like I don't know if it's actually gonna happen. Like I'm gonna say I would like to do this one show, but like we're just gonna see what happens, you know. If I do, I do. If I don't, then I don't. So yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
But well, we should hop off because I said I was only gonna be here for an hour. I
You
have to go
did.
hang out with the girlies and watch movie.
Go
So
do it, dude. Go enjoy the girlies.
all
Thank you
right.
for working with me today. Sorry, it's yeah, the summertime is always just a little bit chaotic with my job, but we
Totally
made it.
okay. We made it. We're still here.
We made it.
You
I
do
love
the
you so
summertime
much. Tell
too.
Tyler hi.
I do too. I love you. Tell Dan I said hi too.
I
Oh yeah, and
will.
Dan's birthday too was just when was Dan's birthday?
Yesterday.
It was yesterday. Fuck, I missed it. Sorry.
No, you're totally good, dude.
But okay. Well tell Dan happy belated birthday.
Sweet.
Okay, love you.
Love
Bye.
you.